Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all come back y'all ass on back up here. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see how long this cord is. Hey, you know what? Let me see your phone. We gonna swap. Give me your phone. I'm gonna put your phone on this because this cord long. I'm gonna put yours right there. Oh, yeah, yours charged. Huh? I don't got what? What I don't got on? Yeah, I did. Yeah, everybody come back up here. We back now like cook crack. Hold on, sis. I got you. Come on. Boom. Confirm. Where the rest of my motherfucking engines at? Oh yeah, I got it by sis. I got it by sis. Sis Ben goddamn want to pop off on y'all ass. Mm-hmm. I can have it right down my lap. She said, "Come on up, sis. I done invited you back on here. Where Pauline at? Yeah, okay. I see you, punky man. You back? You ain't scared. Mm-hmm. Read y'all. Okay, Pauline. I see you. I see you, fat cheeks. Let me see how many followers you got. I invite your ass up here and roast your ass. Oh, you only got 200. You only got 202 followers. Man, you struggling. Let me follow you. Oh, Frank. Frank. You ready? Okay, I sent it to you, sis.
I'm trying not to laugh at your ass.
Violating one of your lives and harassing and bullying, repeated violations could result. Why
Yeah,
ain't
leave
bullying?
Pauline alone,
They
honey.
bullying me. Hey, they talking about bullying people, sis.
Right, fat cheeks.
Yeah, they saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and read. Let the book bully them then. Cause they talking about I'm bullying people. But
I'm
they talking about hey,
surprised.
pop,
I'm
Native
surprised you
American.
ain't
We
come
not
up
Native
here.
Americans, sir. We American Indians. Native Americans came from Siberia, and this the book we reading
Right,
up
give him
out
the
of.
fake keys.
Huh?
He talk about Native Americans. No, we're American, not Native.
That part. Then you have to show them that definition the other day, or was that
Yeah, we've been showing them that for the longest.
or was that sis? I can't. I'm trying to show them what book it is. But anyway, we about to read out this untold history of the true American Indians, not no Native Americans. So it say welcome to the untold history of the true American Indians, reclaiming identity and legacy. This course is designed to challenge the mainstream historical narrative and provide a factual, well-researched understanding of the true identity of the so-called African Americans as the original American Indians. So it say by the end of this course, you will one gain a deep understanding of how indigenous American history has been erased and rewritten. Two, learn about the systematic reclassification of indigenous Americans and the government policies that facilitated it. Three, recognize the cultural and historical contributions of indigenous Americans. Four, develop critical thinking skills to challenge misinformation and reclaim identity. So then it go on to say the history of America, as taught in schools, has been intentionally shaped to favor a Eurocentric perspective. The true indigenous history of America has been erased, rewritten, and reclassified to fit a colonial narrative. This has led to widespread misconceptions about who the original Americans were. And for y'all who don't know what the Americans were, I'm about to show y'all the real definition of America. I'll take you. Let me get this clear screen back right quick. Hold on. Showing this definition. I think I got it already. Oh, matter of fact, this is the book we're reading out of. Yeah, this is what we're reading out of right there. You see them beautiful melanated people. Yeah, y'all go ahead and screenshot that and get that. What? Let me hit some top of that right quick. Hold on, sir. Let me see. Uh, This is what we reading out of. I'm gonna keep that up. Let them look at them beautiful melanated women right quick. Pauline, I was about to say something. I caught myself. I I caught myself. They saying I'm bullies. Hold on. Let me find Kataba right quick. Oh, let me bring my boy Max Historian up too. Let me
I
see.
told you them energy vampires not even worth it for real.
I know. Look, he talking about some weird the indigenous people start driving Cadillacs. When your ugly mama was born out her ugly mama cunt. The hell. Let me see.
Ah, they be saying some of the craziest things, man.
Look, he laughed. He had no choice but to laugh about that. Yeah, I'm a big comedian, the biggest one.
But look though, he
Huh?
know that you right what you saying. Look at his number two by his name. That means he like to laugh and he doing something to get that. He got that from here, boy. Go ahead on, cause you don't come in here with them. You gotta get that. So that means he been tapping your live away. Stop playing.
Uh-huh.
Make it
Hold on.
make sense.
What oh, Katava, what he at? There you go. He said, nah, that could come from any live love.
Nah, never. I be on
That was,
live. I be on people live every day, and I never come with my number two. None of that. I have to get it every time.
yeah, he a fan. He really a fan. He trying to learn something. They ain't teach him right
Right.
in boarding school when they was learning in boarding school. Let me see. Uh, what he said. Hey, look at reclassified grandma. This idiot talking about why is it always an AI picture? This is a cover of a book, you idiot. You don't know what the hell live you done join in? Cause y'all happy y'all illiterate. So I gotta read to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't like to read, so
And they
the
just
big
said,
bad wolf.
man, these folks crazy.
He said, yeah, I don't know who Ty Miles is. He's talking about why
I
AI.
don't need to. I'm not even paying
I'm
attention
about
to
to
him.
start reading, sis. I'm about to take another shot of this Julio. If they gonna keep on, they got to write one tonight. I'll be on 24 hours on their ass and get my wigs done. Mm-hmm. Let me see. You're not me. You wish you could be me. You a Native American. I never want to be no Native American. I don't even belong here.
Right.
What's he talking about?
Right.
Donald Trump about to send ICE. You better got to lock your front door, my boy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go. Oh, well, let me hit me one
What's
more
up,
thing.
Galactic?
Let me see. Half of these, they ain't got enough followers to bring them up. Oh, I want my boy Frank. I'm about to send Frank an invitation. That's what I've been waiting for. Cause Frank, oh, the dude talking about something. They didn't use the term,
Howdy, God.
huh?
No, I'm talking to Galactic. I invited him to the live. I had invited some people too.
Yeah,
Turn this on.
that dude MBL. The other day I went back through the live. The one time about some show something that they had a term Indian before 1492 before Columbus. I got a definition of office waiting for him to jump back up here. Let me get back to reading right quick though. It say the history It said the history of America, as taught in schools, has been intentionally shaped to favor a Eurocentric perspective. The true indigenous history of America has been written.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
quick. You heard me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I had to answer the phone right. I was talking to my little sister. They still got them cooking that food up. She getting her hair done too. But it say, who that say greater love, sacredness, and interconnection always to you. Oh, he must. So that's your guess, Galactic. Yeah, he got a good
Mm-hmm.
energy. But yeah, back then it would say, it say the this has led to a widespread misconception about who the original Americans were. Many of those classified today as African American are actually descendants of the original American Indians who were reclassified over centuries due to political and social agendas. Policies such as the Indian Removal Act, Dawes Roads, and the Curtis Act led to the stripping away of their lands, identities, and rights, forcing them into a new racial category. Why this course is necessary in today's society? Understanding the truth about American indigenous history is critical for several reasons. One, correct correcting misinformation. The mainstream narrative continues to miseducate generations. Two, restoring cultural identity. Many individuals are unaware of their true lineage. Three, challenging systematic oppression. Recognizing historical injustice helps dismantle modern inequalities. Four, empowering future generations by reclaiming identity. Indigenous descendants can restore tradition, culture, and sovereignty. This course provides the necessary evidence and research to challenge mainstream historical distortions and restore the truth about Indigenous Americans. So, boom, that's that part right there. What they talking about in there? Let me see, can I pull that definition up? I got it in my this is a true definition. Peace, God. How you doing? Granny talking about they can't even debunk their own black people. I'm not black, baby girl. I'm copper skin.
That part.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me show you, Granny. Let me show you the definition of what American is. And then you go look your little saggy ass face in the mirror and see if you fit that description. Hold on. Let me see. Boom, boom. Enhance. Fix. That's a big one. So I need to put the small one so they be able to see the definition. Okay, like that. All right. Hold on. Yeah, I
Um,
definitely.
white, YT Liberian want to come up.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. We about to
Mm-hmm.
bring him up. Let me show him.
As usual.
Yeah. Yeah, let the YT man come up. Hold on. Let me show him this American definition right quick, though. Um, oh, matter of fact, hold on. I forgot. I put it on my iPad. Hold on. What a tablet. Why this thing? Oh, it's the back way. You see the rug, sis?
Mm-hmm. I saw it.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to show you the definition right now. Boom. And then we're gonna bring Mr. YT man up. Okay. You see that definition, sis? They can see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, this is for all y'all ignorant, dumb, retarded ass mutts. American definition. A native of America originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper colored races found here by the Europeans, aka YT people, aka cavemen, aka Yaku creations, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. You see that reclassified grandma with your little saggy face? That's the true thing of America. That's the definition of America. Okay? So who you saying want to come up? What he is, sis? Let's bring.
YT something.
Okay, I'm about to
He
find.
said he. Hold
Let's see
on,
what
let
he
me
got to
go.
talk about right quick. Okay, YT.
Liberian.
Liberian. Okay, where he at? Let me see. Oh, white Liberian. Let me come up. Okay, white Liberian. Hold up, buddy.
I
I
ain't
see
want
he
to
got that.
say the that. That's I said.
Yeah,
Watch.
the white tee. So yeah, that part. Come on, buddy. Let me send you a. Do you got enough followers to even come up, buddy? Oh yes, you do. Oh, he got about 10,000 followers. Yeah, come on up
Who
and
don't know
share the
how to
live too
read?
while you at it. Yeah, share the live. Go get all your little YT friends. Oh, I'm about to bring you up.
He
Where the
said we
thing
don't know
at?
how to read.
We don't know how to read. Yeah, he funny. Where he at? I'm trying to bring him up. How you I clicked on this thing.
If it's not, if it, if you can't
Oh,
figure it
there you
out,
go. Now he go. Hey, YT, what's going on?
First of all, it doesn't say Liberian, it says Iberian. Have you ever heard of it?
the
Iberian.
same to me.
Well,
Yeah, it's
it's
the
not the
same.
same at all.
Well,
Well,
well, tell us about it. Tell us all about it then.
Iberia is the land of the Phoenicians to the Moors to the Germanic people, the Visigoths.
Uh huh. And,
So,
you're,
yeah.
and so you say, and you, I see you got the term, the status white on there. So what you saying? They pale face, the Phoenicians was pale face
White
too.
Iberian lynx is a cat. It's not even talking about people.
Oh, okay, okay. So oh yeah, you talking about the little cat with the little pointy ears? Okay,
Yep.
all
mm,
right. So what's up? What's your business? What you want to come up for? What's happening?
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, I don't disagree with like some of what you're saying, right? But the thing is, the reason that the reclassification happened for African American has nothing to do with your origin being African. That's not
I'm
what
not
they're
African,
saying.
but I'm not African.
Right, but
And
I'm
if you
saying
take
the
it,
classification of African American, right? It
uh huh.
has nothing to do with saying that your origin is African. That's not what that classification is saying.
Oh, this is a misnomer. We know,
No, no,
we
it's
know
not. No,
our.
it's not from that. There's a very specific reason why it's saying that.
Yeah, Jesse Jackson. He the one want to bring that shit up.
No, it wasn't Jesse Jackson
Oh
either.
yes, he definitely was who brought that up to be us to be classified as African Americans.
Do
But
you,
we're not even African.
okay,
We're
do you
not
want to
even
know the real reason or no?
the real real. I listen to your point of view. What's your point of view?
All right, so are you familiar with Tenochtitlan?
Who?
Tenochtitlan.
Nah.
Okay, well, that was like the biggest city. It was the empire, the Mayan, the Aztecs, the Nahua, the Toltecs, all of that. And it spanned five different modern countries of Mexico, Honduras, Belize,
Uh huh.
and it was across five countries, right?
Uh huh.
And basically, the cream of the crop, the indigenous Americans, there's different tribes, different genetic makeups, different mixtures. But
Right.
ultimately, if you were in Tenochtitlan, that's the city of the gods. Like, so the pictures that you're putting on the background and stuff, that's basically like a depiction of Tenochtitlan. It was bigger than all the European cities. It was bigger than New York. It was the biggest and the baddest and the choice land above all else in the entire world.
Uh
Everyone
huh.
wanted Tenochtitlan, right?
Right.
So the this is the part you're not gonna like, right? But the reason why the reclassification happened was because when they started getting invaded by all the other, invaders
Uh
or
huh.
whatever, there's a group that stayed there, and there's a group that went to the Caribbean, and there's a
Uh
group
huh.
that went through the Gulf of Mexico into Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, and things like that.
Right.
And then there's another group that went to France, that went to the Great Britain, Scotland, Ireland, and then came back through the Mayflower and stuff like that. So the reclassification is for all the government, right? They're strategic when they do this. They do want to reclassify, melanated people, right? And they do want to take away the Indian status, and things like that, because certain privileges, and benefits and sovereignty and stuff comes from that, right? So of course they're not going to want to have everybody with that status, right? So the thing was basically, if your ancestry went to the Caribbean, and it went to like the Mississippi's and all those areas, that's why the reclassification happened, and that's why they reclassified it to African. It doesn't mean that you're African. It means
I know
that
I'm
you
not
were
African. I got my
right. Well,
whole
I'm not talking
genealogy
about
on
you
that.
specifically. I'm just saying in general for like
Okay.
the category, like the category, right? So what it's not saying that that the people that in reference are African. It's saying that they are the descendants of the chattel slavery, the transatlantic slave trade, and things like that. So they're not saying that the slaves are all from Africa or anything. They're saying that they were put through the transatlantic slave trade corridors and were like sent around to the different areas. So it's not about
Okay.
origin, it's
So even
about
so even
1492.
okay. So even if what you say, even with what you say talking about the transatlantic slave trade and all that, cool. But
We
we know
definitely not slaves though. We never was
facts.
slaves.
That
I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying the reclassification of African American, it comes from the transatlantic slave trade. It's
correct.
did you
Correct. We aware of that. But that's why it's a miss. That's why it's a miss. That's why it's dealing with. If that's dealing with that, it still has something to play with origin though, because that's the narrative that they've been putting on my people over here in the Americas since motherfucking goddamn way back when. They teach us in school, even in the school books, they teach us when they talk about Black history in school, it starts from slavery, which links to the transatlantic slave trade, which we know now has been debunked and is a myth. Because the real slave trade that was going on, it was the Indian slave trade within the Americans, and they were shipping us out. They just reversed it. Everything that's dealing with that transatlantic slave trade wasn't really nothing dealing with European immigrants coming over here to this motherfucking country when they was getting
yeah,
kicked out
but
of their
there's the
country.
Arabians, there's the Moors, there's the Sephardics, like there's
Yeah,
more
they
to
came.
it than just
They
that.
came through too as indigenous. They came through there too. But majority of the slave trade transatlantic, that's talking about fucking immigrants. That's why when you even look at records, of Massachusetts, when you look at their records and it's talk about slavery, the oldest thing of their records talking about is slavery. It's going to take you to the Pequot War, which deals with American Indians. They don't have nothing about fucking Africans coming off no fucking boat. And you can look that up. You can go to the Library of Congress, look that up, pull up the oldest records dealing with slavery in Boston, Massachusetts, and that's what it's going to take you with. So we're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing, but it's still dealing with the origin. Because right now, if you go to the school system right now, they telling my people that okay, y'all history begins in some fucking fields. Y'all came off the slave trade shit,
Yeah,
and
What
I
you
mean,
that's
I
gonna
don't agree.
do?
I don't agree that I agree with you and what you're saying, and I don't agree with what they say in the schools. So, like, I
so
agree with you,
we on
like
the same page then.
99%.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. The original people of Mexico down there. You familiar with the Temple of the Warriors, right? The Temple of the
Yeah,
Warriors. Okay, so you know about the Olmecs, from the Olmecs, and then you
yeah.
had the Toltecs and everything, the Mayans and everything, get their civilization after them and whatnot. So what color do you think them people were?
I mean, I've seen multiple portrayals, but I've seen darker ones and I've seen ones that look like modern day Native Americans. But
Okay,
I do know that obviously they were darker and stuff, right? Like I
okay. Let
get
me play
that.
something for you right quick. Hold on, I'm gonna play something for you. Dealing with Mexico, the originals. Hold on, I got something. Let me take this off my background. Hold on, so you can see it. Hold up, I got you right here. You can see my tablet.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got something for you right here. Tell me if you can hear it. Let me try. Can you hear that?
Not really good, but I can
All
hear
right,
it.
hold on. Let me take my earpiece out. Hold on.
Baby, where's the
Can you
Now,
hear it?
bear with me here. So basically, a
Yeah.
commission is set up
All right, let me start it over.
to recognize those indigenous nations within Mexico and
Let me start it over.
teach. Recently, La Presidenta de Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo, signed 2 edicts into law, which are breathtaking to say the least. What she did and what she signed into the Mexican Constitution are 2 parts. The first part was that the indigenous people within Mexico of many different tribes will now have the ability to have their own sovereign nations. Now, bear with me here. So basically, a commission is set up to recognize those indigenous nations within Mexico and teach them and show them how they can rule autonomously and set up their own rulership over their own people, because there's a lot of indigenous different tribes within Mexico. The second part of that edict that was signed into the Mexican Constitution recognizes, and hear me out here, Afro-Indigenous. So, and that basically states that written into the Mexican Constitution, it is now law that the Afro-Indigenous are recognized as full citizens of Mexico and are afforded their indigenous status. And then she went on to state that Mexico recognizes that Afro-Indigenous people were on this continent hundreds of years before the Spaniards stepped 1 foot on the soil. It completely changes the narrative of what we've been taught. It completely changes the idea that Columbus was here and there's just Mexicans. It flips it right on its head. Everything is out the door. This is a very intelligent woman. And what she has stated are what people on different social media platforms have been saying for years. Black man was already here. The black man was already here. We didn't come in slave ships. That's not feasible. It would have taken too many ships. They would lose too many people. But if you're taken from Mexico and South America and taken off the coast and sat off the coast for a couple months and then brought up and dropped off in Boston, that makes it a hell of a lot more feasible, don't it? Afro-Indigenous were here hundreds of years before the Spaniards showed up. I'll put this into perspective. The English Bible, the most widely sold book in history, the Bible. New Testament, Old Testament. You can go back in that Bible to the beginning of time of man. Adam, Eve, his wife, conceived from the rib of Adam, and the Creator took that rib. Their children, Cain and Abel, and how that conflict and one brother slew the other. The creation of the earth, the waters, the fish in the deep, the firmament. Okay, enough Bible lesson for today. But yet we can't go back before Columbus. What was the black man's history? How did he get here? The Phoenician? The Israelite?
Uh, you can
All
hear
right, but
that good?
yeah, I heard it. But okay, so the guy that was on the screen, do you consider him to be copper colored?
Yeah, he's definitely a copper color, but he's not the what the paint the original. This hold on, I'm gonna show you enough. This the original. He definitely copper color. That just goes with the definition. What I showed earlier. That's the definition of American. Original applied to aboriginals or copper color races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. When you look at the Temple of the Warriors, hold on, let me see that I pull it on here yet. Let me see. Matter of fact, I got it on my thing. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up. Temple of the Warriors. Hold up, I got you right here. You can hear me clear? Because I took my
Yeah.
earphone out. This is what they look like. Right here. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up. Hey, sister, Galactico, he trying to come up?
He said he charging his phone right now.
Oh, he charging his phone.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey.
Hold on, here you go right here. I'm getting the picture. I ain't. There you go right there. That's out the wall, out the temples of the warriors.
Right, but like that to me, like, okay, so here's the thing. I can see a guy that has an afro, that has darker skin from miles away, and I can tell if he speaks Spanish or not. Like, 10 times out of 10, I can tell if a guy speaks Spanish or not, right? Regardless of his features or, whatever, right? But it's like there's like a distinction between, quote unquote Black American and like an Afro Latino or Afro Indigenous. It's like I can tell instantly they speak Spanish. And I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it gets convoluted, right? Because you guys are Indigenous Americans, American Indians, and stuff like that, right? But the reclassification happens when we split off
Money
because
Ali, go ahead on. Go ahead on. We know who. Man, stop it. Y'all know who he is, and we know who he is. Just go on.
She
You
talking to
too.
the chat, bro. She ain't
no,
talking
no,
to
I
Like
you.
know, I
you
know, I know.
too. Like
But
y'all know is that. But him too. I'm talking to him too. Like yeah, cause you saying that you know, but you don't know. We know
I've
who he
gone to
is.
these pyramids. My whole
Like we
family's
know.
from Mexico. Like, I know what I'm talking about. I've been to
So
these pyramids.
you
I've talked to the
You're not
orators
the only
there.
one that been to the pyramids. Okay.
You've never been there.
so you
How you gonna listen? I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, honey. Excuse me for doing this on your live, but I'm like y'all cannot keep coming on people's lives trying to tell us who we are. We know. We listen. Just stop it. With
so
y'all trying to manipulate us so
so
y'all can keep our properties.
you
Stop
That's
it.
been
what the president of Mexico is doing, is trying to
Man.
manipulate you guys so that you fight in the war in case something popped off once they first nationalized oil.
We never
That's
came
not
in
being
no
that's
ships.
not being
That's a
done.
lie.
so
That's a lie.
okay, can you source that up? You said she's trying to manipulate us to fight in the war. Where did you
Okay,
get
yeah.
that from?
So what was going on at that time, right? Mexico had nationalized their oil reserves, and the same way that Russia is giving, open, all the countries are doing it because they need more people in their militaries. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that their intentions are not genuine. Their
So
intentions are to
that's your
recruit.
opinion though, right?
I
That sounds like
mean,
an opinion. That's your opinion.
I
That's his
mean,
perception. That's his
Or you
perception.
can show
That's
me
it.
somewhere in documentation when you've been in the Mexican military and they got secret documents. You can show that that's their intention because that's like an opinion or your perception right now, right?
right, but my whole family's military. We're involved in geopolitics. I'm Mexican. My family's still there. They've been there for thousands of years. I would know. I have no reason to lie.
But you're
I'm
still not
agreeing with
us.
you.
Y'all still are not. Y'all listen.
But we're
Y'all
not
still are
claiming to
not
be
us.
you. We're not claiming to be you. Like, I haven't done that once. Okay, if you Mexico's a current country. If you have any ties to these tribes, right? Any tribes to these countries, these are living, ongoing entities. You would have some kind of connection to them
Hold on.
one
What
way
he
or
say?
another.
Hold on. He said it's a phenotype. Lumbee got federal recognition. Yeah, if Lumbee did got fed, I got Lumbee run through my blood too. But if you watch that shit, they ain't talk about the Lumbees of the early 1800s and 1700s when they was all classified as Negroes. The Lumbees that they showing right now, them motherfuckers is YT people.
Well, and the Lumbees are saying they went against the dark melanated. I don't know what term you guys want to use, but like they turned them down and said no, we don't want anything to do with that, and they try to separate it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
that's a
a lot of
fact. The original Lumbee are melanated. They was all classified as Negroes. That was it. If the older you go back and look at on Lumbee trial, I got Lumbee. If you look on my page, I got my whole genealogy on there. I got any young me, which they call Cherokee, which means principal people. I got Kahari, native Indian blood running through me, and I also have Lumbee. I have my whole genealogy post on my shit. But I'm talking to this this I don't know his name. I don't know his name. He say it's a phenotype. Lumbee got federal recognition. They are pretendians. So I don't know if he trying to shoot time we pretendians or the ones that they was just had on Congress floor. Because the ones on Congress floor, yeah, they definitely are pretendians. It won't but a whole bunch of motherfucking Europeans up there motherfucking arguing. Who else in this motherfucker?
the only part that I agree with everything that you believe about your identity and stuff like that. I agree with everything you believe. The only disagreement that I have is when you guys try to make it seem, not you guys, but like, FBA and all that,
See,
whatever.
FBA. I don't agree with FBA. That's a whole no. Because FBA, when you listen to them, they're claiming that they're coming off slave ships. When you listen to that nigga, what's his name?
Tariq
Tyreek.
Nasir.
Yeah, Tyreek Rashid. When you listen to them, they talking about they came off motherfucking slave ships and all that. We ain't on none of that shit. We ain't come off no slave ship.
But some people did, right?
Yeah, some. Yeah, you got some. Yeah, you did have some come. That's why everybody got to find their place in the story. But majority of us, nah, we been here on this land. We been here on this land. But
But what's so bad about being African? Like everyone else has been enslaved as well.
yeah, that was the name of the game back then. It ain't, it's all about finding your place in the story. Ain't nothing wrong with being African. If you African, you African. But what's wrong when you take a whole set of people and try to force them to be motherfucking Africans, and when we ain't, that's when it becomes a problem.
Right,
It's,
but like a counter argument would be like natives are just as much Siberian
and
as
Asian, and
as
Asian.
well, right, but that like calling a native Siberian is the same thing as calling an American Indian African.
Well, not really, because they that's where they came from. The
He
oldest.
wanna come up. Galactic wanna come up, bro.
Let me bring him up right quick. Hold on, where he at? I just seen him too. I got him right there. Hold on. Oh, he talk. Oh, this dude, he's shooting at Galactic. Hold on, where he at? I'm trying to find his thing. He
You want
shoot.
some food for me?
You see, I
Oh,
just
there you go. I
typed
got
in
him right there. I got him.
and I had to
I'm
go
about to
on.
bring him up. There you go. Peace,
Hey,
God.
peace, God. Hey, check this out, man. Look, uh, we gotta first of all stop calling them slave ships. They weren't slave ships. They were exporting ships. So meaning, what we look at as goods, transport ships, basically.
Right.
They were not slaves. They were actually trying to find new land. That's why so many of them came over here on ships. They didn't come as slaves. Those images that they're showing you, those are not real images. It is
Facts.
to put people into a source of where it still creates a violent side. So some of them did not come on chains. You can tell by those pictures, all of them were free. So Basically all that is conducting a pattern part of where it links you to a slavery mentality. They were not slaves. They were considered servient to the people that brought them here.
Yeah,
So
indentured servants.
indigenous servants,
Yeah,
yes.
indentured servants. Facts.
To find work. They were sent here to find work because where they came from, their lands were being dismantled. They were kicked out for their own lands because they had nothing, no longer had nothing because of their kings that were basically taking everything from them.
And
So that's why they were dirty. That's why they came over here the way they did, because they were being punished.
now let me hold on. I'm listening to you, bro. I'm about to this dude you've been debating in the chat. He talking about Africans said to be here in 1300 only, but no evidence. Let me show him this shit. Go ahead and talk. I'm about to show him Lazilia. He must ain't never heard of Lazilia. Hold on.
So the term of African, that's a new term. Before that, it just means Afri or a free people. Um, so really, when you call yourself an African, you just really saying you are free. You're a free person from being from bondage, basically. Um, and what they're trying to do is they're still trying to make us or put us in the box of being a African, but it's not, that's not the real term of where it comes from. So when we're saying we're the original people of this land, we're literally saying that before everything came to be what it was, we were actually real people roaming this land. And what the misconcept was, they mixed us with other people. So there were many people all from many continents. They chose to mix us together because we came in a darker tone. That's where you
Let's
get
see
that
where we
black and
get this
white
information
version at.
from. We didn't change anything. This is
So
accurate fact.
so when you look at it, only way how they could tell or take us out of that history of that side, because if you were darker than them, you were considered, you know what I mean, close to that side. If you were more lighter, they consider you to this side. So you would fall off more white than a dark skin tone person would. So that's how they mixed us in together and got what they got.
Okay, but is it possible that different parts of the country have different phenotypes, different hair types, different whatever, but like, and yeah, this group can be, indigenous to this part, and this other group be indigenous to another part?
Yes, yes. So it's not taking y'all away from y'all's heritage. It's not taking y'all away from nothing. It was just we were all mixed in this one area of plane. So when by us being mixed in, basically we were able to cultivate within that side, and we were able to mix, meaning carry on, have children with different people.
Well, here, I have a question real quick. So, do you identify
At
more
the end of the
with
day,
English or Spanish?
don't leave out the facts though, Galactic. Don't try to sauce it up because we taught them the way of being, and you know
No,
that. Don't.
no, I know, which I know that, but when we taught them the way of being, it wasn't like the people that like some parts of Mexico. Now it wasn't them. It was the European side, but at the same sense, it was still mixing the people.
Didn't mix until they came over here to try to take control of it how they did. But again, you know the facts that is we taught them the way of civilization. We did that.
Okay, and I agree with that. That's
Wait,
not
hold
what
on.
I'm
But if
saying.
that's true, that would mean you would have to be a North African or an
No,
Eastern
no, no, no,
African,
no, 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 no.
because
Hell
Listen,
that's
no.
who
listen.
taught
How that
us.
mean that?
Because
No,
that's who taught us.
That ain't who
no,
taught y'all.
no,
That's
no,
what
no,
y'all thought he
wrong.
taught y'all.
That's wrong. That's wrong. Africans did not teach you anything. We
North
taught you
Africans and
everything. We
Eastern
taught
Af.
you everything that you needed to
You're
know
talking
within
about the
every.
Europeans,
No,
okay?
no, 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 not the Europeans. No, no.
Yeah, but that shit ain't you said.
What we're basically saying is we taught people all they needed to know. We were the knowledge carriers. We went all the way around the world.
Yeah,
Not
but
just here, we
didn't
went
those
around the
groups
world because nobody know how to cultivate their lands.
right, but all those people mixed in with whatever civilization they were interacting with.
Yeah, so they took
Oh,
everything that
pardon.
they had, even down to their knowledge. They took everything around the world, and they was able to cultivate it after that. Because if not, the world would have fell off. Meaning the
Right, so that's why
people.
we're the First Nations. We're not the Aboriginals. We're the First Nations because we built up what we built up.
No, we are the app originals.
I just said that.
No, you did. You said we're not.
No, I said you guys are the Aboriginals, but we're the First Nations. There's a
You
difference.
saying Mexicans?
Meso-
You Mesopotamia? You
yes,
say
Yeah,
Mesopotamia.
in
right.
Mesoamerica?
Mesopotamia is not the first civilization.
Hell
It's the
no.
cradle of civilization.
Yes.
Let me see. You see this right here? You see what I got right down the back? You see what I say? For this, that's not for you. This for dude right here. Hey, talking about motherfucker. Whatever his name is. He Asian. You see what that say? Lazelia. America's oldest skeleton is a black woman. And y'all can research it. It right there. It tell you where to go look at that shit at.
Okay, but one second you guys say you're not black. The next second you say
Yeah,
you
I'm
are
showing
black.
you.
Which one?
I'm
Like which
showing
one
you.
is?
This is what the article say. That's what they classify as
That's
black
what they
over here. We know who
classified
we
us
are.
as.
We know what we are. That's what
But
they.
that's where
They
people
they
get confused. That's
Yeah.
where
they
people
use
get
black.
confused.
They use black. They use black as a terminology as a whole. So if you were dark skinned or a dark tone, you would go under the term black.
You or more.
But we're copper colored people.
Facts.
We're not black. Black is
Facts.
Are you
just
the Moors?
a category.
Are you the
Black is
Moors
a
though?
category, like white is a
More
category.
is
If
But
you
just
we
fall
another.
are
under
the
white,
Is this a description term of the same thing?
it's a description term describing a
But I'm asking
darker
you, are
tone
you a
person.
Moor?
No, I'm American Indian. I'm not a Moor. I'm
So
not.
if
I'm
you're an
not a Moor.
American Indian, that means you stayed in America the whole time. You never
Yeah,
went
my ass.
anywhere else.
All you gotta
You
do is go look
firmly
at my
stayed in
genealogy.
America.
All you gotta do is go look at my genealogy. Yeah, yeah. My people been on this land
What if since when?
since when? Since the beginning. The fuck.
So they've never been anywhere else. You only been in America and America only, and that's it.
My genealogy shows
Yes.
my people been right here in America, where the oldest
Okay, so if
pyramids and
that's
all that
true,
shit at. Yeah, right here in
okay, so if
America.
that's true, right? But if that's true, then you can't be the Moors, you can't be
I didn't say. I just told you
uh,
what I
you
was.
can't be the Phoenicians, you can't be the Canaanites, you can't be Israel, you can't be any
Listen,
of those other things. You're
I didn't
only
say I was
American.
none of them things, sir. I told you what I'm at. I can't speak
Okay,
for
yeah, I'm just
everybody else.
clarifying.
I can't
I'm
speak for
just
everybody else.
clarifying if that's like your claim.
I can't speak for everybody else. My claim is my genealogy. Go on my page. That's my claim right here in America.
Okay, I believe what you're saying. I don't believe everybody that says that, but I would believe you up to
All they
this
got to
point.
do,
Nothing you're saying is
all they got to do, what my people, this is what my people got to start doing over here. Everybody got to start doing their genealogy. Everybody got to
I
find their
already
place in
did
the story.
mine, so I know I'm from here too. So
Everybody got to
I don't
find their
even have
place
to
in the
talk
story
about
because
it.
my story might not be the same as another person. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to do their own genealogy and find their place in the story because what happened to my people might not happen to their people. What happened to their people ain't happened to my people.
That's exactly.
But what's the issue with like the quote unquote Siberian or the quote unquote whatever, right? It's
The,
like
what
what did
what
they do to y'all?
what's the issue
Money
is
Ali want to come up.
Ali, hold on, he can come on too. What's the issue is that these people supplanted the Aboriginal, the real American Indians, and they're portraying them as that's them, and they're not. Them people just
Okay,
came over
but
here.
who was going against the Buffalo Soldiers? Who was
All
going
that, all
against
that,
the Buffalo Soldiers?
all that, the Buffalo Soldiers and all that, and them wars, all them was American Indians against American Indians for real, for real. when you do the research. Motherfuckers
Okay,
chose a side. They chose a
right.
side. Some went with the South, some went with the North. That's
Yeah,
all that
like as
was.
far as the Confederate and
So
the
which side
The
were
Confederate
you
Chickamauga,
on?
the
side, and
Chickamauga
some went
Wars and
with the
all.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
So
that.
what side were you on? Your
my people was in the
ancestors,
South,
what
baby.
side were they on?
My people, my
So
people.
they
Some of my people was on the South, and then like my tenth great grandfather, he sided with the United States. Black Fox. It's on my genealogy. He was actually one of the signers of the Hawson Treaty. And he kind of sold us out because that put them up under the US rule type shit. They had to follow the US grounds when he signed that motherfucking bullshit ass treaty. But they did what they felt they
So
had
how's
to
the
do back then.
Siberians fall? How's that the Siberians fall?
What you mean how that's the
I
Siberians
have.
fault? The
Like,
Siberians,
why do we get the blame for that?
why do y'all get the blame for that? We're the blame,
Yep.
the problem with this is America, when you think of people, first of all, people think American Indians and Native Americans are the same. No, there are two different things. So America has painted the image showing the Native Americans, the ones that everybody see on TV and the movies, and they're portraying them as they are the original people of the Americans, and they're not. Just like that picture I showed you of the Temple of the Warriors, you seen them melanated people had dreadlocks and all that. And there's only one people on this planet who rock dread. Africans don't rock dreads. Only motherfuckers in Americans in the West Indies rock that. Because the West Indies, they're American Indians too. They just moved us all around, shipped us around, took us from
Okay.
down here, up there, and they stayed, and then they got brainwashed talking about we came on some
The
motherfucking
government
goddamn.
have recognized that. That's why Donald Trump said the 144,000 people that's gonna wake up is us. And he also said that us American Indians, we are the indigenous ones of this world. He said that. Yes, so the
Okay,
government
but
did recognize that.
how are you the indigenous to the whole world when you've only been in America and you're only from America? How are you the ones that are indigenous to the whole planet?
We were spread it out. Now the
Exactly.
way the
Okay,
term
but
that
no,
they
but you guys
use
are
when they
saying you
told
never
you.
left the Americas. If you've
No,
never
no, no.
I
left the
said
We never left
Listen,
America, but our
listen before
ancestors
you go to
did.
speaking.
Okay, I've never left American. Does
Some
that
of
make
us
me an
was taken.
indigenous
Some of
Aboriginal?
us was taken. Some of us was taken out. Some of us was placed in other places to be sold in other places.
If someone
So
leaves,
basically, what
like the
I'm
forest,
saying, what do you think? What do you think the Underground Railroads and all that other stuff was used for? They used reverse engineering, the reverse conductor. So
okay,
when we used to use those routes
just who
and
you
how
said
we were
wanted to come
getting
up.
from different places,
Money
they
Ali that's in the
used that
background
reverse.
talking all that shit. Don't know
They
nothing that he
used that
talking.
reverse engineering part to where they placed us
I'm about to bring him up.
onto another
We want
landmass.
all the
Not saying
smoke.
that we going or went to Africa, but they placed us in other places like Mississippi and all these other places
all right, but let me ask
to
you this though.
separate our families.
Right, I get that. That same thing happened to us, right? So I get what you guys are saying when you're talking about, YT Europeans and this and that. I hear you loud and clear there, right? But the thing about Mexicans, right? We're a mix. So the thing is, we've never, and in the codices and all that, you see people that look like us. You see people that look like us, and we've been here as well. So I'm not saying, I believe two things can be true at the same time. I believe that,
You
you
can.
guys could be here in one part of the country and we're in another part of a country, and you have your territories and we have our territories. But to say that like
Yes.
we're just complete cosplayers and this and that, like like we unalive behind this. Like
I
there's
mean,
a reason
See,
we have reservations.
I
you
understand
were
it
more
might.
behind the Mesopotamian. You were more behind the Mesopotamian side. We were more of the higher side. You were on the lower end. So
That's it.
therefore, it was all concluded into that form performance in which they classified you to as what they call pretendians. But your side, your indigenous side, came from more on the Mayan side rather than the side that we're speaking on. Because our cultures look something similar, that did not mean that they took on the same cultural roots.
Right, but like, how are we pretendians when it's like we had to go to boarding schools? We had to,
That's where y'all learn y'all culture at, though. If you think about it, I'm glad you brought up the boarding schools. That's where y'all learned y'all culture at.
I
If
mean,
y'all don't
that's
go to
partly
boarding
true.
school, if y'all don't go to boarding school, y'all lost in the sauce. That's where y'all learned y'all culture at.
Well, right, but like yeah, but the thing is, like, we have reservations, we have our own countries, we have our own city states,
But
to this
you know the
day.
thing. You know the thing, host. You like the narrative that you telling. It sound cool. It sound dope and everything, but it's not common knowledge. So you have to say when you say the they, you're not just talking about America. You talking about the whole world. So like, what's your theory on how the whole world plotted against you to hide this history? Like if you go into the middle of the Amazon, you will see some native people, bro, and they're red. I just got back from Central America, bro. I was around some real indigenous folk. And yeah, they're red. So I'm
Real
trying to
red.
understand.
Let
And
me
this
show
is
you
the
a
thing,
picture of
though.
my
Look, look, look,
grandma.
hold on,
Real
hold on.
red.
Let me just land this point. Let me just land this point.
All right,
So
go
I'm
ahead,
coming
go
from the
ahead.
gym. But this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. All it is, I mean, listen, everybody know Black America got the rock and and are a beautiful people. But you got to keep it real with your story and your ancestors, bro. And the thing is, you can't just call somebody else fraudulent and think people are just supposed to accept it because you saying something cool. Say, okay, yeah, I thought I was this, but I guess I'm not no more. You are the real me. You know, like, bro, like, would you even respect somebody kneeling down that easy, bro? That's kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? I just touched the pyramids, bro. I'm like, Dad, I gave it up to the ancestors. If you want to get in, you could be in. You probably got a claim. Can you tell me one book of the Mayans? Can you tell me one practice? Cause this is what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Blood is spiritual currency. You understand what I'm saying? And all I'm saying, bro, is shout out to grandmama, beautiful woman. We can't hate one another, bro. But when you go and try to and call some people fraudulent, see, bro, you might not like me how I rock my hat, bro. You might say, why you still in my culture wearing your hat like that? I play jazz piano. Oh, you still in my culture. But all of a sudden, I gotta lay down and give you all my ancestors, bro. It's like, come on now. To me, it don't quite add up.
Who?
So we can just keep it at this type of vibe as far as how everything was collectively taken from us as a whole, down to the Mexicans, the Latinos, all the way around. We've been played all the way around. So it wasn't the point about taking different people's cultures, but it was about learning people cultures just so it could be expressed all across the universe or the different places.
You seen
That's
African
how
woman?
everything got to be where it was.
That's my grandma.
See, they didn't have people just going by and just looking and learning people the outways and everything else, the in ways. They did those things just so they can go and teach their people how their people came to the point about learning about different cultures. So that's how they were able to put this imitation on TV shows. But knowing that it rebranded the whole reason about our cultures. So yeah,
Facts.
it's true. It is a lot of people across the world that different indigenous people across the world, but it's their side of their indigenous cultures.
No,
We
that's
have
not
ours.
true. I disagree.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm
And
saying
I
I'm
don't never
saying it's a part
I don't
of
never
different.
disagree with you. No, they're not indigenous. It's only one indigenous clan, and that is us.
No, no,
So
no, no, no,
stop trying
no,
to
no,
pump
no,
their head
no,
up.
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm
There are
saying.
It's
cousins. There are
That's not.
cousins. Yes. Some of them, some of them is our cousins. Let's put it that way. But
what I'm saying, you're indigenous. You're indigenous to whatever land you stand on because it's you. It's not the land
But
alone.
no, you got to think about it. That's where our ancestors
It's not.
originated from. They was
It's
all
not.
around the
It's not.
world.
Listen to
And
me. It's listen to me. This land will always be here. It's the people. It's not the land. It's the people that make that land indigenous because
And
of
we
our
the
bloodlines.
facts.
We are the bringers of it all.
And we that people.
okay, well, say it that way then. But don't
I
get them.
did.
Don't
I
start
did.
them
That's why
having
I
them
said
thinking
we've
that
been
they're
all.
indigenous
I
like
said
that.
If
we.
someone is
I
part
said we.
black, are
I
they
said
still
we've been
black or
all. I.
no?
I said it. I said it. I said we've. It's been indigenous people all over the land, all over.
If someone is light skinned or they're mixed or whatever, are they still copper colored people?
Say
You see my
again.
picture of my grandma? Is she copper color?
Yeah.
And she has red in her.
Is
Okay,
she
so
do you see any Africans with hair like her? I can show you. I can go through my photos all day. This is my grandma. This is one of my grandmas. My mother's mother right here. Do you see Africans with hair like that?
right, but I see Mexicans with hair like that.
Yeah, you see Mexicans, but they like she said, they're my cousins. Mexicans, they're our cousins. So yeah,
Well,
you
yeah,
question
like
the
if you
shit.
guys are saying Mexicans are cousins and you're not talking about Mexicans, then it's like I agree with everything you guys are saying, but it's like whenever it's like we're trying like erasing us, like Mexic, like it's like in order to be Mexican, like you have to like be proud and like rep Mexico and all this lies about we're so racist and you know that
No,
all of that is a
no,
lie.
I don't think Mexicans race. One of my homeboy Shadow from fucking he's from fucking Chicago. He's from fucking Chicago. His grandparent he know his history. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't towards motherfucking Mexican. Just like she said, y'all are cousins. We talking about all these. Let me show you what we talking. I'm gonna show you. Let me hold on. Let me see. Let me show you this motherfucker. Hold on. Hold on. I got you right here. Hold on. Not that. Hold on. What these pictures of? I got you right here. Hold on.
It's not the land alone because all over everywhere, every land can actually grow those different crops. All you need is the seeds. All you
True.
need is the seed planted in the soil. That's all you need.
I think it
It's
is
just some of
important.
it can take direct sunlight, some of it can't. At the same sense, all of it grows. So it's the people. It's the way of life that we used to live and how we used to grow.
I think it is important to acknowledge that like the aboriginal, right?
This is
It's
what.
like they're
Not to cut you off. Not to cut you off. You see that picture right there?
yeah,
That nigga is a fucking YT man. And this nigga,
100%.
yes, but he's got high position within the Cherokee. But this is when Cherokee had to accept Negroes and all that. When they said Negroes are Cherokee Indians and blah 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 blah. But this is what we dealing with. If you looked at the shit that was going on TV with the Lumbee, that's who the fuck was arguing. Them are pretendians right there.
Yeah, that I agree 100%.
That's what I'm saying. That's who when I be shooting shots, that's who the fuck I'm shooting shots at. Cause that's all you see. If you go to the fucking even the Seminole Reservation down there in Florida and all that, this is the motherfuckers you gonna see in this motherfucker. Shit like that.
I think
It-
every Native American would agree with you. It's just the way it's like presented, right? It's like if like we take the time to like communicate a bit more so that we're not like taking strays at like random people and like we don't know who's who kind of thing, you know, then I feel like we'd get a lot further because yeah, if that's what you're saying, natives would be your number one supporters, right?
look,
But it's
look,
like if
you see that? That's my eighth great grandma. The grandma I just had on there still got the same type of hair my eighth grandma got. And
Right.
this is
But
coming off my genealogy. If you go on my page, like I said, I got my whole genealogy, but this is coming off my genealogy.
yeah. When and I think it's like a big lie that it's a misrepresentation. Like we've always been cool with I don't know what term to use, right? Copper color people, right? Like we've never had problems like that, right? On an individual basis, there could be like, here and there, but it's like we're not as racist as people are making us seem to be. It's like, sure, like we make jokes, they call us, oh, Home Depot, mow my grass, like it goes both ways, right? So it's like that stuff goes on, but then it's like we're hanging out, 10 minutes later, like,
Facts. But that comes in a lot of that comes in play with different agents being put in the midst of us that'll
I,
start
I
certain
agree.
things.
Because it's always like white liberals or it's like people that are not even Mexican, that are like talking for the whole group. So it's like people think, oh, that's what Mexicans are like. But it's like really a Puerto Rican. It's like there's a huge difference between a Puerto Rican and a Mexican.
That's a fact. I agree with you on that. That's a fact. I'm
And
trying to
the
go
same
ahead.
way we don't want like people talking like for Mexicans who aren't at least Mexican. That's where like the agent stuff comes in because it's like it's people that are rallying us up against like our own selves. Like people don't want us to claim
Brr.
Hispanic. And it's like, bro, I grew
Okay.
up being
Brr,
Hispanic
brr,
my whole
What's
life.
up? What's up, money? I ain't mean to
brr.
cut you off, bro.
No,
What's
you're
up,
good,
bro?
you're good.
Ooh, she got the red and black helmet. That's what we fuck
Go ahead and
with.
finish
Yeah,
Abir.
the red and black. Big brr out of there. Yeah.
And we got Pooh Shiesty up here. The 7-Eleven Pooh Shiesty, Big Sean.
You know what I'm saying? When you do good
The
things,
Pooh
that's
Shiesty,
what
where he at?
Mexican. When you fuck with real motherfuckers, that would happen. Yeah, that's the problem. You got two.
Go ahead. I muted, bro. He got a whole bunch of shit going on. I don't know what bro
Yeah,
got going on. That's my partner though. He good people. That's my partner. He down there in Florida.
yeah.
Let me
Well, I
see.
appreciate y'all. I agree with what you guys are saying, and it's just a lot more people would agree with you if you like break it down. Like
But see, a lot of people. I agree with what you saying, but a lot of people don't have the patience to break it down because they already coming to shooting because they was taught one way, and then when they hear something else, it's like, oh shit, these motherfuckers. But if they just take the time and listen, we gonna make it all make sense for them. What's up, Deny African Instant Identity? What's up, sis?
Hey fam, how are you?
I'm alright. How you doing tonight?
Good, good. Just try to pop up and see what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, well, it started off. I'm reading this good
Whoa,
book,
what
The
they do?
Untold True History of American Indians, and then you already know how it go.
hmm
They be in the comments. They be in the comments. What's up, Q
What
Money?
going on with you?
Man, staying out the way, man. Get my wigs done. I done
Okay.
found somebody to do these wigs.
Okay. Who we got on here with you?
Oh, we got the sister. Well, bruh, he just dropped off, but at the end of the day, we broke it down to him. First, he came with all that rah-rah, but he finally agreed what the fuck we talking about type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got that's my dog Sirius too. And then we got the most honorable, the not African identity up there. Sis sharper than a
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker. Then we got Astronova down there. That's my partner in crime.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a Galactical. He came up here dropping them Jews on their ass.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find the other haters. Who else want to come up here? But I'm about to continue reading this book. You know what I'm saying? We reading this book. That's the book we reading on the background by Top Cat,
Okay.
Big Chief.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we done got off from reading the book because, dude wanted to jump up.
All right.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all keep going. Hold on.
Y'all agree to what he's saying on, with the book?
I mean, everything that he's saying about the book. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some of this stuff they just hid. They hid from
Mm-hmm.
us. It wasn't erased. It was just taken out of proportion that many people just didn't know, because a lot of these things they're only teaching one way. They're only teaching out of the Africa theory. They're not
Okay.
teaching about as a whole, as far as it was people already here. They're not teaching that part. Why are they not teaching that part? Because they
Mm-hmm.
are only wanting you to see it one way.
All right. Yeah. But that's the way that everybody already knew from the get-go. That's what they was teaching us. So, and you know, when you're learning the new knowledge because of the information age, this is what we get. Now we learning.
But then again, they don't even get a call by yeah, but this is the thing,
Oh,
though. This is my
you're a
thing.
gangster, man. You
I wish
tripping,
people
man. She do
just
that shit
truth.
every
I wish
time.
people just
She do
preach
that
the
every
truth though,
time.
and let them just know what it is.
Yeah, she do the
Africa,
same shit back there.
listen, like okay, America is the true
Nah, she
like
did.
world, right? So
Yes, this is what I
meaning
heard.
that Africa is here. So how can I mean just like make it make sense for real? Like that's just where the point that I'm at with this stuff for real. Like everything started here.
But I get it. You feel me? Yeah. I get it though.
What's
Not a
up,
stud.
Sirius?
She
I see you,
faking.
boy, in the chat, boy. What's up, bro?
He faking, bro.
Tap a stand
He
up.
faking.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this other dude who is a popping shit. I'm about to bring his ass up.
I tell you, she faking. She faking.
Who
I
faking?
mean,
No, I'm talking about another situation over here.
do y'all not agree though that
No,
everything
we agree.
started here?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was already in the Americas, and
agree wholeheartedly.
they made our focus to Africa, Ethiopia, and all those other continents just to mix our mind.
Yeah, people been bringing up the water lately and how much water we have mixed with our land on this hemisphere versus how dry and desert and tundra and everything else they got over there.
Mm-hmm.
Africa, the more western part of Asia, that's just dry land.
That part.
Let me get
Why?
Exactly.
Ask you this. Why everybody trying to come to America? Everybody trying to come back home. Ain't nobody trying to go to them motherfucking fucked up countries. Everybody trying to come back home where it all started at. The oldest trees
They're
over
trying to
here.
switch places.
The oldest trees over here. So common sense says if the oldest trees is in America,
All
that
the
means
pyramids with the steps.
oxygen. You need oxygen to breathe. So if anybody was living on this planet first, it's gonna be where the oldest trees at. Or I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
Yeah, the
You
relationship with the
you
trees
don't-
is important
and with
too.
the weather. Yeah, with the weather too as well. You gotta look at it because they're more closer to that side that it can actually get wiped out again. That's why they are moving more inland than anything, because they have more what they call weather problems than anything. Tornadoes, all that. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have the same thing, but it's not as often as what they would have over there, especially when it comes down to what they call them, desert storms, however it
Facts.
is, however they process it.
And then
No, I don't.
the Africa, if you just look, that fucking the volcano, that the Africa splitting in half for one. That shit about to be a whole nother
Yeah.
set floating off in the water, and they got a fucking volcano about to go
Yeah.
fucking ham over that bitch.
Right. And then he
For
gonna
real.
try to correct me about something and say Liberia. And I knew what it was. I said Liberia because it's all the same shit to me. Because that's southwestern Europe. Like, stop playing. Like, I don't know, man. Stop playing. Like, man, these folks is a joke. And they really ain't our cousins all like that either. I just said that to just say, all right, whatever. But it is what it is. Everything originated from us, and I'm sticking to it because that's what I know. Everything came through us. I'm sorry. Some people might be upset, but they just carbon copies of us.
Yeah, we're the ones that are closest to ascending. Everybody else, They're either practicing their religion or they're practicing their spirituality that's keeping them back or holding them down, you know? We're the ones that's closest to like breaking these barriers and getting out of this 3D space. So we got to be the first.
The thing is, though, that I have love for everybody. I don't care what color you are, for real, honestly. But the thing is this, I'm just tired of being told who I am when I know who I am. Like, y'all not finna keep playing in my face and telling me that I'm this and that and that, why they are here on stolen land. Like, no. And then want us to all be against each other.
Yeah, it's a game. It's a game to them. You could see how angry and frustrated they get when they can't get you to go along with their narrative. That tells you everything you need to know.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's I just seen a video
Hold
not
on,
too long
y'all.
ago where they was showing where they was painting the kids' faces, dark skin, dark tone, and they were all. I mean, it may have been a part of some side of where they worship us more than anything, but at the end of the day, you can see where we're more inspired by the world, and that's the reason why it causes them to do what they do. So I don't think more of it's like a joke to our face, but they love what we do. They just don't like who we are.
It is a joke to our face. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, look how we live and compared to them, half of them. So that's definitely a joke to our face. And then they screaming that they indigenous and that they the real Indians. That's a joke to our face. I know you all about Peace Galactic, but you know I'm a debater, so.
Truly, I understand that truly.
So.
Truly, I understand that truly wholeheartedly.
I'm just a debater because this is what
Good.
you know. Like,
Good. You know what I mean? That's something that you're good at. I'm just more like, you know, I just want to keep the peaceful side. But if the war comes, hey, I'm with it. For real.
So no disrespect to nobody. I'm just adamant about this. Like, for real. Being that I've been told this and that all my life, and to know, do you know how good this feels for real? And then for people to still try to take it from you and be like, oh no, this is not that. It's not that. No. Nope. Not doing that anymore.
My aunts, my uncles, all of them know it. You know what I mean? They were there during Jim Crow laws, when Jim Crow laws was there. They were there. Me about how they had to take care of you know, some other people, family members, you know what I mean? They had to do those things in those times. And even my own cousin told me that, you know what I mean? Some parts of town you couldn't even go to without them having to regulate it. See what I'm saying? So I know that we've been here long enough. Even down to the hospitals, we couldn't even. They said they couldn't even go over there into the hospitals where they built over and up into. They wouldn't even get seen about. We had our own doctors. We had our own schools and everything.
No, that's
So when they
like
destroyed that, we had no choice but to integrate over into those other schools. Or what shall I say? Go to that side of that school, because then they really didn't have schools. They had private schools, what they called them.
I think,
So
for real, not to cut your wisdom, bro. For real, I think that was our worst. That was one of our worst mistakes we did when Martin Luther King and talking about that integration shit. Yeah, I think that set us back by 1,000
yeah,
motherfucking years.
he sold us out too. He was a sellout.
he told us he made a, before he knew it, after he knew what mistake he was making. It was the end of him, because he was finna literally come out and tell the people the truth about it and why he did it. See.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, he said he led his people. He agreed. He said he led his people into a burning house or a burning church, some shit like that.
He
Yeah.
did say that. after the fact.
A burning house.
So yeah, we need to get back. That fucked us up. That segregation shit. Because before then, when you study our history as a people before then, man, we was on top of everything. We had all the Tulsa Oklahomas everywhere. This in Tulsa.
If people read this book, America is the True Old World, man, I'm telling you, it's breaking it down. And it even dates back to books that was written in like the 1900s, 15, 16, all that. It even shows maps.
You
That's
ever
in
read that book
people.
before, The Not Africa?
I'm
No,
sorry.
I haven't really read. I haven't started reading any books yet. I do need to definitely get myself a little reading list going.
Well, look, this
So
you
you
see
helping
that
me
book
with
on the
that?
background? That's a book right there. I just got this book in today. The Untold History of
Okay.
the True American Indians. Reclaim Identity and Legacy. That's a book cover. You can get that screenshot that you can get that off of Amazon or go to Big Chief University. Top Cat wrote this book too. That's how we started this live reading this book. And
Okay.
then,
So Topcast is the one that's pushing out the publications.
yeah, he pushing out. That's like that other book, I'm Not Black, I'm Indian. Yeah, this is book too.
You could tell it's all down in Louisiana. You see, they still do their cultural side.
Facts.
You know
The
what I
Mardi
mean?
Gras.
It's
Facts.
all down through Louisiana.
That's
Yeah,
a
the Mardi
fact.
Gras,
Hmm.
for real.
Yeah.
And look at them old buildings in Washington. All them old buildings that was built by our ancestors. That don't tell you too?
Let me ask y'all this though. Do y'all feel that all these different American Indian tribes that we know our bloodline go to, do you think they descend from the Mississippian culture?
Probably
No,
a big
All of it,
portion
no,
of them, but
all
not
of it.
all.
no. They go
Not
once you
all of
dig.
it, but most of it wraps around the Mississippians. Most of it, not all.
Because
Yeah,
I
I think
know,
this is a big landmass, so I think probably other people have roots in different places, but I think that was probably the most prosperous area.
because I noticed on them now on them DNA tests, even though we know them shits for entertainment purposes only, now they start to add Mississippian on them shits now.
Mm.
They're starting
Yeah,
to add that
because
on
people
there.
coming out with it.
Yeah, they sneaking it
For
in there
real.
somewhere.
And that fucked me up. When I seen that, I said, oh shit. They just sneaking it in little by little. The more we wake up, the more they force to sneak shit in. Cause we wasn't talking
Yeah,
about nothing about that shit in
for real.
school growing up.
At all. They told us that Christopher
Hey,
Columbus
because
was
they wanted to teach us that they wanted us to learn what they wanted us to learn, but the things that they kept away, you had to go find it. You know what I mean? Once you find it and come out with it, that's where you have all the prospects coming out, and they're like, nah, that's not true. That's not true. It's all throughout that. They even got it in the over there in the libraries. They got it within some parts of the Vatican. They even got it in Congress, the Library of Congress.
And
They know these things.
not to cut your wisdom, this is for the dude named, he was in a lot the other day, MB L. Luca. He asked a question, said, show me when they was using the term Indian, because he just believed because Columbus came, that's where the term Indian come from. But here go a definition if he's watching. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the earliest recorded use of the term Indian was before 1393,
1393.
appearing in the writings of poet John Gower, which places it in the Middle English
Y'all were,
period.
yes.
So that debunks what the fuck he was trying to say the other fucking day. You know, he was like, oh, you can't
Exactly.
show me nothing. The term Indian was before 1492 and all. Yeah, but there you go. I wish I wanted to burn his ass up, but he ain't came up today. He be up in the morning early time for everybody to see. Right there. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the earliest recorded use of the term Indian. So y'all can stop saying Columbus named that term and all this shit and thought he was an Indian and all that shit. That shit bullshit. And Indian wasn't even a country. That shit was called Hindustan at that time when that motherfucking was sliding and doing what the
And
fuck he
just
was
like
doing.
Africa wasn't either. Same thing.
Hey,
That's the point
and
I be
and
trying
that
to
and
make.
that and that 19, and you also can find it in the act of where they took us out in what I think 1924.
1924.
Yeah, 1924. The Act of 1924.
Let me
Isn't
see.
that when they made the Native American citizens of this country? They
It
gave
was
them,
a part where
they gave them U.S. citizenship that same year.
yeah, yes,
This what I don't get. These motherfuckers talking about. Hold on. These motherfuckers talking about they been here, but some of their powwows only 25 years, 40 years, 50 years old.
Yeah, I
How?
never thought about that.
Yeah, how in the fuck y'all been here? Y'all powwows only the math ain't mathing.
Yeah.
And this
Because the
is what.
Mardi Gras parade is how old? Is 100 and something years old?
Yeah, that shit older than half a day of powwows. Majority, that shit probably 90% older than they powwows. It was only one dude came up here yesterday, said he was on what they said, what he said, since 150.
Mm-hmm.
The other day he said they powwow, they on
Not
their
even.
150
I
anniversary.
don't even think 150 though. Less than that.
Well, let me try to see this right here. This is a little thing right here. Hold on, let me see. I'm still trying to learn how to do it. Let me see. This because this is how it went. Okay, I think it's right here. No. All right, let me see if it go right here now. Oh, that's still too big. Hold on.
do you have that little thing where it's like it has a little like glare in the background where you can see yourself almost visible to the screen? You should be able to change that and kind of, you know what I mean, minimize it a little bit.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to look for. Let me see. It got let me see if this one work. Maybe this one right here. Hold on, let me try it now.
It
Let me
would be
try.
like you invisible in the green screen.
Okay, let me try it now. Maybe this one work. Damn, that's the
Right
wrong one.
now, are you
Oh,
able to
hold on. There you go.
minimize
There you
it?
go.
Yeah, there
Hold
you
on,
go.
I'm about to
There
blow it
you
up.
go.
Hold on, there you go. Let me see.
Okay.
Y'all can see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, that's where that term how they got African in the mix, free people. You see,
Mm-hmm. Or Indian.
or India. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And don't
And
that
that
our
was in
term Africa
17.
also got to do with the Afar tribe that's indigenous to the
Afar tribe.
Cause I remember I researched.
Yes.
And look what it say right here. 1850, 1880. That's when the census records reclassified us again as Native Americans. And I can't see the other side, but mulatto or colored.
Colored. Yep. And
Mm-hmm.
most of our parents, grandparents, birth certificate showed colored
Colored.
or
Yep.
Negro.
Mm-hmm. It don't say African American. You absolutely
Nah.
goddamn correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't put African American on anybody's birth certificate. Hopefully not. I
They
think
Nah, but
mine
they
did.
says
did.
definitely says
They
black,
did.
but I think they stopped putting the race at
Yes.
some point.
I know when I found my
Because
lineage.
if you notice when you go under black,
Negro.
there's different types of black as what they use as a category. You're either going to be African American or some other types. You know what I mean? So it just goes by the types of people. But they did it under a color. That's why you have mulatto or you have colored under that same part. But they thought that it was a derogatory term, therefore they just said, "Hey, those are derogatory names. We don't like to be called those names. Therefore, we'll just call them black people."
Exactly. At the end of the day, I want to say this. We do not hate nobody. We don't hate no other race or whatever y'all want to be classified as. We do not hate y'all. We just want to get this out there that who we is. That's it.
Hey,
This means
they're not Africa. Not because of wizard sister. Did you see this video? Hey, sis, this is what we bust his ass with this video right here. Hold on.
No, I didn't see it.
Hold on, I'm about to show you. Hold on. We bust his ass. The dude, hold on. I'm about to play it right here on my iPad. We bust
Okay.
his ass with this video right here. Hold on. Y'all can see my iPad?
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah,
right,
hold
hold
on.
on. Listen to this. Tell me if y'all can hear this.
Recently, La Presidenta.
Hold on. And start it over. Hold on. Here you go.
de Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum,
This is a Mexican talking.
signed 2 edicts into law, which are breathtaking to say the least. What she did and what she signed into the Mexican Constitution are 2 parts. The first part was that the indigenous people within Mexico of many different tribes will now have the ability to have their own sovereign nations. Now, bear with me here. So basically, a commission is set up to recognize those indigenous nations within Mexico and teach them and show them how they can rule autonomously and set up their own rulership over their own people, because there's a lot of indigenous different tribes within Mexico. The second part of that edict that was signed into the Mexican Constitution recognizes, and hear me out here, Afro-Indigenous. So, and that basically states that written into the Mexican Constitution, it is now law that the Afro-Indigenous are recognized as full citizens of Mexico and are afforded their indigenous status. And then she went on to state that Mexico recognizes that Afro-Indigenous people were on this continent hundreds of years before the Spaniards stepped 1 foot on the soil. It completely changes the narrative of what we've been taught. It completely changes the idea that Columbus was here and there's just Mexicans. It flips it right on its head. Everything is out the door. This is a very intelligent woman. And what she has stated are what people on different social media platforms have been saying for years. Black man was already here. The black man was already here. We didn't come in slave ships. That's not feasible. It would have taken too many ships. They would lose too many people. But if you're taken from Mexico, South America, and taken off the coast and sat off the coast for a couple months and then brought up and dropped off in Boston, that makes it a hell of a lot more feasible, doesn't it? Afro-Indigenous were here hundreds of years before the Spaniards showed up. I'll put this into perspective. The English Bible, the most widely sold book in history, the Bible, New Testament, Old Testament, you can go back in that Bible to the beginning of time of man. Adam, Eve, his wife, conceived from the rib of Adam, and the Creator took that rib. Their children, Cain and Abel, and how that conflict and one brother slew the other. The creation of the earth, the waters, the fish in the deep, the firmament. Okay, enough Bible lesson for today. But yet we can't go back before Columbus. What was the black man's history? How did he get here? The Phoenician? The Israelite?
You heard that's it? That fucked that Mexican up. This is y'all president saying that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they I don't know. They indoctrinate themselves against us. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on there because they know those people are on their land. They know those people are there in their country. And what do they tell themselves about how they got there and why? They tell themselves they're all runaway slaves from America. They know that's not true, you know?
Yeah, because you according to what you call me, damn, who the dude? I'm getting my hair done right now. But dude wrote the book. What's the name of this book? I got it in my note. But dude was basically saying when they was talking about runaway slaves and all that shit, say them motherfuckers was talking about motherfucking indentured servants, them Europeans and shit. They weren't talking about us.
Mm.
They weren't even talking about us. And that's what I'm trying to tell dude. I said shit, when you look up the oldest records of slavery in Boston, that shit take you to the Pequot Wars, which deals directly with American Indians. Not
Yeah,
no
because
African slaves. And then when you deal with William
Europe
Berkeley.
had ties.
What you say, bro?
Europe had ties with New England. Europe had ties with New England.
Facts. The thing
That's
is,
why they did that.
when you look up the slave trade and all that shit in Boston, the oldest records, it's dealing with American Indians. They ain't got shit about talking about no motherfucking Africans. When you deal with William Berkeley, the governor at the time, when 1619 all this shit was going on, the governor of VA, Virginia, he said, ain't nothing but a few Scots, a few British, and a few I want to say English, don't misquote me, but whatever he named, won't number Europeans that he said was getting off them fucking boats. He ain't said nothing about no motherfucking Africans. And you look that up in the Library of Congress. William Berkeley, the governor of William Berkeley, the governor of Virginia at the time during the slave trade. He said a few Scots, a few Britons, and I want to say it was English. That's what he said, getting off the motherfucking boats.
But that lady that came out with that proclamation, you know, the lady Claudia. Yeah, they said that she's a small hat at the end of the day. So, you know, she's just putting forth what she's supposed to put forth according to, you know, the religion she's in.
And then yesterday when y'all was on the panel with Mac Historian and all that Pocahontas story, right? I didn't have my notes and all that on the board. But a lot of people debating that Pocahontas story is even real. Because all the descendants died. Now the sister that was on there.
I think it's real.
Now the sister that was on, that's why I'm about to say now the sister that was on there, you know, she was bringing new things to light. I'm gonna say that. As far as from what I done researched. She was bringing new things.
I think her story probably maybe just got conflated.
That's true. A lot of all our stories be getting deflated and switched up. So you know,
but they're just telling it all in story.
I don't know if y'all knew her name, but I like to build with her more. I didn't get her name because I came in late when y'all was talking about when y'all was dealing with that. But the crazy thing, while y'all was talking about that, Top Cat and them was just building about that on YouTube the night before, trying to figure out was the Pocahontas story, was that really true, or you know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
And then I came on y'all live, Mac the Historian and all that.
Y'all said that was his grandma.
I hear you, bro. What you say?
Nah, I said that's his great grandmother.
Was that Sister Soul that came on the panel?
Nas said that was his great grandmother.
I can't remember who came on the panel.
You said her name wasn't
called
Nas the rapper?
Yeah, Nas the rapper. Yeah, but her name was not Pocahontas.
Okay, what was her name?
That wasn't her real name. Pocahontas wasn't her. It was a different name. It's a very long name. But when I do find that video again, I'll definitely share it with you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I can go for that because it's like Columbus' real name.
Her real name was not. Yeah, that
was a title. His name was.
Yeah, that's like a stage name, you know. Yeah, that was a title. Yeah.
So I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, when you find that video, send me that, bro. Cause I didn't know. That's just like I didn't know. I just found out recently Old Dirty Bastard out of Wu-Tang Clan and all them. I didn't know them boys. They descend from the Shinnecock Nation. But when you
Yeah.
look at Old Dirty
A lot
Bastard,
of when you get into the music industry,
Oh yeah.
yeah, when you get into the music industry, you able to do a whole lot more than what it is. You know what I mean? You got money. You know what I mean? It's just how you use it. So if they are wanting to do their genealogy, they got enough money to do it with.
facts. I ain't know that though. And the
So that's why they
Shinnecock
make it
Nation,
high for. That's
the,
why they
Shin-
make it so high for us to get it.
the Shinnecock Nation, when I looked them up, shit, them motherfuckers, all them look like us. And they federal recognized up there in New York. They up in New York type shit. The Shinnecock Nation, yeah. I said, damn. And I ain't know Wu-Tang and all them Old Dirty, because you know all them boys cousins and shit and related. Damn near. All them boys descend from the Shinnecock Nation.
Hey, you remember what's his name? He what was his name? Kyrie Irving. He came out with it.
Yeah, he did. Kyrie did, and they
That's
was
why
in the uproar.
Yeah.
They was in the uproar.
Yeah, I remember that. They made him apologize.
I wouldn't apologize for shit. But
Wait, did he say we were the real indigenous, or did he say that we were the Hebrew Israelites?
First
Or did he
he
say both?
he said he was on the Hebrew Israelite. But then he came back after doing his research. He said indigenous, and he said his indigenous name. After doing research, he said indigenous. Same thing. Kanye West. Kanye West came out. I got a video somewhere in here where Kanye West was telling them people the same shit. Cause shit, the city of Chicago was started by some American Indians. The city of Chicago. Let me see. Let's see who in this chat talking shit. They done calm down now. They were popping shit. I told you, sis, I be having them motherfuckers. And I meant to, when I went live the other day, I meant to hit you, but I forgot all about you. I'm telling you, boy, them motherfucking goddamn Native American, they be on my line in this motherfucker. Matt the historian got the Africans. I got these Native Americans, and they hate this coat right here. This is what it is. They hate this coat. This is what it is. They don't like this coat right here. They hate this coat. When they see this coat, they come in. When they see that famous coat right there, they come in. What the fuck you mean? What is going on? To the right.
Yeah, you never saw my T-shirt. I'm gonna show you my T-shirt.
Oh, I'm gonna put you on the big
I don't
screen.
think
Hold
I have a
on. I'm
picture
gonna
of
put you in
it.
the big screen. How you do it?
Wait. I don't think I have a picture on my phone. I know it's on my other TikTok account. I probably had to log out to get it. Wait, let me just see if I got a picture.
Hey, I'm gonna hop down though, fam. It's been great. Hey,
I'm about to
continue
follow
doing
you,
what you're
bro.
doing, fam.
I'm about to
Make 'em
follow. I
even
just
now.
followed you, bro.
All right, same here.
All right, and if you find that video, bro, shoot me that video. And you welcome to
I
jump up
will as soon as
anytime.
I get off.
All right, bro.
Definitely.
Appreciate it. You have a blessed night.
All right. You too as well. All right, Astra. Talk with you later. And nice meeting you.
Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light.
You find the shirt yet, sis?
Huh?
You find? I'm talking about the not Africa. She said she's trying to find a shirt she got printed up. But I'm gonna get back to reading this book since we done cleared all the haters out right now. I'm gonna finish reading some of this book. I'm still getting my hair done as we speak. Let me see. Hold on. I bet who is this? Who else want to jump up here? I ain't seen my boy though, Frank. I was waiting for Frank to come up this motherfucker. Our boy Frank, you know Frank be got them trolling us and shit. Frank Alavino from Wisconsin. Yeah. Ooh, I'm tender-headed, y'all. I'm tender-headed in the bed.
Yeah, you is.
Me too, for sure.
Yeah, that's why locks is our natural hair, dude. We don't gotta worry about this shit. I'm trying to clean these parts up. But all right, this is where we left off at. before we was interrupted. Hold on, we got some new messages. Hold on. Let me see, we got some more challenges. I don't know, somebody just follows. But all right, understanding historical narratives. It say how mainstream education, and for y'all who don't know, this is what book we reading out of right quick. Let me put it back up though. This is what we reading up out right here. The Untold History of the True American Indians Reclaiming Identity and Legacy. So it say how mainstream education has shaped public perception of American history. The education system in America was designed to indoctrinate rather than educate. When it comes to indigenous history, the omission of true indigenous contribution and the romanticization of colonial figures distort history to favor the dominant culture. Key examples of historical representations include the glorification of Christopher Columbus while ignoring the atrocities committed against indigenous populations. 2. The portrayal of Native Americans as only the plain Indians while ignoring the copper-colored tribes that originally populated America. 3. The teaching of the transatlantic slave trade narrative as the only means by which emanated people arrived in America while ignoring those who were already here. Who writes history? The role of government, historians, and media. History is written by those in power. Colonial powers have historically controlled education, media, and historical documents to ensure their version of history remains dominant. Government policies, legislation such as the Indian Removal Act of 1830 and the Dawes Act of 1887 systematically erase indigenous identities. Historians, many historical records was written from a colonial perception, omitting non-European narratives. Media influence, movies, books, and television continue to depict indigenous people inaccurately, reinforcing stereotypes and false histories. The myth of the transatlantic slave trade as the sole origin of African Americans. While the transatlantic slave trade did occur, many so-called African Americans are actually the descendants of indigenous American tribes who were reclassified. The erasure of copper-colored indigenous Americans. The original inhabitants of America were described as copper-skinned colored in early Europeans' writing. The 1828 Webster Dictionary defined American as originally applied to the aboriginal or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans. That's the definition I showed earlier. The Trail of Tears and forced reclassification. Many American Indians who refused to relocate were reclassified as African Americans, leading to a loss of land and tribal recognition. Lesson 3. The importance of reclaiming identity. Psychological and cultural effects of historical erasure. Historical erasure has led to generation identity confusion and a lack of cultural connection. Many descendants of indigenous Americans suffer from 1. Loss of language, traditions, and tribal affiliation. So that's why all y'all motherfuckers talking about, oh, y'all don't speak y'all original language, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. It was taken for us in script and all that shit. 2. Miseducation and their true heritage. 3. Psychological impacts including internalized oppression and disconnection from ancestry. The power of knowing one's true history. Reclaiming identity is not just about correcting historical records, it is about empowerment. When people discover their true lineage, they 1. Regain cultural pride and reconnect with lost traditions. 2. Challenge systematic narratives that have kept them marginalized. 3. Inspire future generations to continue to fight for historical accuracy and justice. How does this course, and for those who don't know, this book right here is also a course. It's also a course. So it's going to say how this course will provide evidence-based knowledge to challenge mainstream views Throughout this course, learners will be equipped with 1. Primary source evidence, which is historical records, documents, and first-hand accounts. 2. Critical thinking skills, strategies to analyze and question mainstream narratives. 3. Community connections, engaging in discussions with others reclaiming their indigenous identity. By the end of this module, you will have a strong foundation for understanding how historical distortions has impacted identity and how to begin reclaiming the truth. And then it's going to go on to a quiz. I like this book. Who is that? Let me see what they're talking about. All right, peace, bro. You be Galacto Emperor. You be good. And have a joy your night. Let me see. We don't got no more of these little $5 Indians in here. You motherfucking Siberian mutts. Let me see. All right. Let me see.
This person.
Told you I got some tenders in the chicken tender.
Honey, you about to go. I ain't playing around with you.
I make some tenders. I ain't got no but man. You see what time it is? Hey,
About 5 people done called you. You done told you done, let's be online. I'm gonna be quiet.
What? It's okay. Yeah, we don't hide nothing over here. We uncover the truths.
Okay.
Quiz, Introduction to True American History. So this is a quiz. The first question on this question is, what is the primary object of this course? A, to discuss general American history. B, to explore colonial achievements. C, to uncover the true identity and contributions of indigenous Americans. Or D, to focus on African American culture exclusively. So anybody in the chat, what y'all think it is? A, B, C, or D? Let me see. C. She said C, and that's right. To uncover the true identity and contribution of indigenous Americans. There you go. Now, question 2 of this quiz. It said, what does the 1828 Webster Dictionary define as the original meaning of America? A, a citizen of the United States. B, a European settler. C, a copper-colored person indigenous to the land. Or D, a Native American from the Plains tribes. You say A or C? C. Okay, deny Africa. She came with that motherfucker. All right, that part. Yeah, a copper-colored person indigenous to the land. Facts. Question 3 of this quiz, of Module 1. Which U.S. government act contributed to the forced removal and reclassification of indigenous Americans? A, the Civil Rights Act. B, the Indian Removal Act. C, the Emancipation or Proclamation. Or D, the Treaty of Paris. Y'all need me to read them again? You didn't hear the question? Uh-oh. Well, sister already beat you to it, but this to reread the question. B is right, deny Africa. But the question was, which U.S. government act contributed to the forced removal and reclassification of indigenous Americans? A, the Civil Rights Act. B, the Indian Removal Act, which is right. C, the Emancipation Proclamation. Or D, the Treaty of Paris. Question 4 of this quiz. What role did mainstream education play in shaping perceptions of American history? A, it provided an accurate account of indigenous contributions. B, it omitted and distorted the roles of true indigenous Americans. C, it was designed to empower indigenous communities. Or D, it focused exclusively on African history. Let me find out that one got y'all. Y'all hear me over here? Yeah, she over here tearing my scab up. You said A. The question again was, what role did mainstream education play in shaping perceptions of American history? A, it provided an accurate account of indigenous contributions. B, it omitted and distorted the role of true indigenous Americans. C, It was designed to empower indigenous communities, or D, it focused exclusively on African history. Come on, reclassified grandma. And B is the correct answer. You talking about shut the fuck up. You
Look at these.
reclassified grandma. Come on now. You want to pull up? Let me see how many followers this motherfucker got. You ain't got enough followers to come up. Yo, bitch ass. Let me follow your whole ass right quickly to help you out. Okay, B was the correct answer. Now, the last question of module 1 of this quiz, it said, why is reclaiming identity important for indigenous descendants today? A, to create a new racial category. B, to gain financial compensation. C, to reconnect with heritage, tradition, and historical accuracy. Or D, to increase political power. Your mama lying. Mm-hmm. Well, you could say for all of the above, but the answer is to reconnect with heritage, tradition, and historical accuracy. But I could go for all of the above too, because to create a new racial category. Well, it wouldn't be a new. Well, it'd be new for this time because these people done lost our shit, to gain financial compensation and to increase. Yeah, I could go for all of them, but the answer is C, to reconnect with heritage, tradition, and historical accuracy. Now, it said this model has provided an eye-opener foundation for understanding the misrepresentation of indigenous Americans and why reclaiming identity is vital. The next module will dive deeper into what the true Americans are and explore historical evidence that confirms their presence before European colonization. Stay engaged, ask questions, and continue the journey of uncovering the truth. So that's all we got right there with module 1. Let me see. Who else jumped up in here? Now, we almost up to 10K. Get them likes up. Sis, Deny Africa, you ain't found that shirt yet? Let me find that you got that thing in your attic somewhere. You got.
No, I can't find the photo that I have. It's on my other TikTok account. I don't know what I did with the photo. I'm gonna show it to you next time.
Okay, well, how many TikToks you got? Damn, I need to give me another TikTok account. What the hell?
Just to this account, I have to, like, people get kind of like weird about my name, so like I have to block people on this account.
That part.
The other account I have to block. I don't have to block anybody on the other account.
Now that thing look good. That thing look good.
Even the middle, like.
Yeah, even the middle. Y'all get my wigs done. You know, I got the best hairdresser, y'all. Hey, listen, if y'all in North Carolina, we got the best hairdresser. You need your wigs done. We got the best hairdresser. Let me show y'all my hairdresser.
That camera on me.
Look, you hear her talking junk.
Mess.
You look. She don't look at beautiful, melanated.
Oh no,
Melanated
she's
American.
pretty.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's
oh my
beautiful.
gosh, she's got like this little. She got that little Jill Scott thing going on.
Right.
In the face.
What she talking about? Right. What they took?
Boost me up now.
Yeah, she's talking about hype me up, hype me up. Yeah, look what she did to the hair. You see the wigs? You see her? She got them looking right. Yeah, we promote.
I can't really. It's not in focus.
You can't see it. The camera is flipped. You don't see me on the camera?
No, cause you zoomed in. How you get this? Now turn.
Oh, yeah. You see what she did?
Turn to the back.
Yeah, turn to the back.
He done created 2 more. I don't know what he got going. Flip. Hold all the way back.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
You can see scalp.
Oh, she got jokes.
Yeah, but that's only gonna be for like a few weeks, right? You see the scalp?
Oh, it's supposed to be lasting.
Yeah, those are gonna be long.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, till it grow out.
Yeah, you see them things dangling. Yeah, that's my hairdresser, y'all. Yeah.
Let me clean this mess up.
It turned out nice.
You still got me on there.
I'm gonna get myself some micros one day. I just don't know when.
You gonna get you some what?
Do you do those?
Oh,
I do.
She said she do.
The micro locks.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, she sounds so ooh, baby.
Yeah, it's just I have the long hair. Like,
Yeah, I do it all. We're gonna have to connect. I'm gonna hop on the live soon.
Yeah. I done finally found ones and do some Florida wicks. You know what I'm saying?
For real. You don't want me to hit nowhere else.
They good. Cause my hair tender. Oh, there she go.
I
That's
have
her hair right there.
the long hair, so that I just
Okay.
needed
Oh,
somebody
girl,
to.
I don't care. And
I
you
don't
are
want to cut
beautiful.
it.
No, don't cut it.
Nah, that's that
Thank
engine.
you.
Don't cut that engine hair. What you
No, I
doing?
don't
Right.
want to cut it.
No,
Yeah,
we
I
gonna
don't.
connect.
No, because I wanted to get the locks, and I didn't know who was gonna do the
I got you.
And I want them
My
to be
business
pretty
name is
small
Secure
too.
Crowns.
Okay.
You heard her?
Secure. Yeah,
Secure
Crowns.
Crowns. You can follow me on. I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, you gonna see my scalp on her today. Yeah.
We need to
Yeah, I need to get the edge up now. She
Yeah,
up
I
here, she
really
shooting
want to know
shots.
when you get that edge up.
Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna know how to act.
No, but I'm gonna still get a before the edge up, and then
Well, go ahead and take the picture then.
still trim it.
Yeah, you need to post me.
Okay, well let me stand up.
Yeah, make me famous. Who this is?
Let me hit this.
What you gonna hit?
Just a little bit.
Don't be clipping.
I'm
Okay.
not clipping
All right
nothing.
now. All right now.
I'm just trying to.
The ancestors
you
gonna
want
get
me
on
to
your
do
ass.
nothing.
Okay, we done made 10K. Okay, we did good tonight. I appreciate you two sisters jumping up here. I gotta bring you up in the morning though. Yeah, cause they be on my line. They be on my head. I be just waking up trying to go to work. People jumping up on here talking that shit. There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they nice and clean. Ooh, I can feel the air breathing on my scalp.
Yeah, I really could hit it a little bit more.
Yeah, cause I'm tender headed now. God damn.
Definitely gotta hit up here though.
Well, we can do a touch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a touch up. I know you tired, your fingers tired. You've been working all day. She been doing hair all day, y'all. She been doing hair all day. That's a real professional. Mm-hmm.
I hope you got her something to eat, or at least
I told her I cooked her some
something.
chicken tenders.
No.
He got plans. That man got
Next time. Oh yeah, you did say you were gonna get.
Yeah, I told her I got some chicken tenders there.
He got some chicken tenders.
I'm vegetarian.
She said she didn't want that.
No, she don't want that. She don't want that. She wants some of that Arby's. Where got the beef?
Arby's.
What you want? Huh?
No.
You don't know. She talking about the meat. She talking about the meat. That part. Well, shit. I'm about to motherfucker. We done been on here. I don't know how long we been on here. We been on here for a minute, man. I appreciate you, sis. The Now Africa coming up here, man. I'm about to jump off here because I got to get myself together. My sister them keep calling me, talking about come eat these vegan tacos. And yeah, I need that in my life. I'm about to drive 46 minutes to go get them vegan tacos. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Probably ain't gonna make it back. Huh? Gotta take my dog out to use the bathroom. She back there barking and everything. This is going haywire over here, man.
Wait a minute before you do that, because she don't like me.
She don't what? She don't like you.
She don't like me yet.
Yeah, she like.
I want to finish my drink.
Oh, go and finish the drink. Yeah, we on that Don Julio. It's feeling good. Yeah, you can use. It's clean enough. The wolf, you know what I'm saying? Don't mind the wolf portrait that's on. I painted that as sipping the paint. You know what I'm talking about?
In the paint.
Yeah, sipping in the paint.
Wait, left, right?
The left, right there. Walk over the area rug. And yeah.
Get on my nerves.
Yeah, but yeah, sis, make sure you get this book, sis. I'm gonna read some more out of tomorrow some type time. But I'm about to go ahead and get myself, Saturday night. I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. Yeah. Read some more. We're gonna jump back at it. And yeah. Thank you for coming up. Your presence is always needed. You hear me? So yeah, it's over with y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the live. We'll be back.